When did you realize exactly who your son or daughter really was? My daughter said mama and papa right on time, but didn't say much more after that. For about 6 months, she barely spoke. She would use mama to get her mother's attention, papa to get mine, and say yes or no, mostly a whole lot of no, along with a handful of other words. It was something we noticed but didn't overly stress about, figuring she'd talk more when she was ready. One day, when she was about 17 months old, we went to one of those all-you-can-eat restaurants. We offered her some soup, but she shook her head and said no, like usual. Still, we put the soup in front of her and went about eating our meals. A little while later, a busboy came by to clear some dirty dishes. To our complete surprise, my quiet little daughter turned to him and said, "Excuse me, could you please take this soup too?" My husband and I were completely stunned. It was the most she'd ever said at once, and it was perfectly polite and clear. After that day, it was like a switch flip. We couldn't get her to stop talking. That's when we realized we had a little girl who was incredibly smart, extraordinarily polite, and absolutely determined not to do anything until she could do it perfectly.